Jasmine and Vince.
The Jasmine Show.
The JasVynce.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is, folks. We are back. We are back, everybody. It's us. A brand new episode of The Jasmine Show. What's happening, everybody? My name is Vince.
I'm Jazz.
And we are back in the United States of America. As you can tell by our wonderful, wonderful smiles. Happy to be back home, though. Our couch is super, super comfortable. I definitely missed that. And of course, we're talking about the one, the only Married at First Sight Season 14 episode.
3.
Episode 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Episode 3. Beantown Wedding Throwdown, where we actually got to see the rest of the couples get married, right?
What's it called Beantown?
That's Boston. That's what they do.
What is Boston? Why is Boston
It's
Beantown?
the bean and the Boston baked beans and they like beans.
Interesting.
Anywho, the 4 remaining singles become legally bound in marriage. And receptions kick into high gear as the couples get to know their spouses, family, and friends. Well, first off, thank you for coming back and watching a new episode of the JasVynce Show. Thank you to our subscribers. Appreciate y'all. Keep clicking the buttons and whatnot down there. But yeah, how did you feel about this episode? Was it less boring than the rest? Less boring than the rest of them, right?
We've been waiting for everybody to meet each other. So
Exactly.
We see how they interact. And finally, some couples, I was like, I don't see it. But then when they met, I'm like, oh, I see it.
Just a little bit. It's nice to see it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see
I
it.
think being on paper translates differently than in person.
I'll give that. And it's nice to see them interact with each other a little bit more, where you can see, oh, I thought she was going to hate that about him, or I thought he was going to be rude or something like that. So it's nice to see it work out a little bit. I believe we started with Steve and Noi. Let's get into this wonderful, wonderful couple, Steve and Noi. First off, I really enjoy. Oh, wait, hold on. I said we was back for vacation. I just wanted to shout out Simone just because. I just thought it just popped into my head that, yes, we shouted you out last time, Simone, but shout out to you again because we got to watch Married at First Sight. We watched it from home this time. But again, because Jasmine wants to move to Mexico, I don't know if I'm allowed to come or not, but if anyone knows how to watch Married at First Sight in Mexico, if VPN or something like that, please hit us up. Hit us up in the comments. But yes, back to Noi and Steve. They was smiling. They was doing all types of, he was hyped as she was coming down the aisle. I thought that was beautiful.
You could tell there was a immediate attraction.
Very nice.
Yeah.
He's like, that was it.
That was about it. They were both cheesing, and their vows were really cute.
It was.
And the introductions this year have been pretty good.
In terms of
how the family wants you to know that Noi does this.
Oh yeah, they better work on that.
They've been pretty good this year because in previous years, I'm like, why would they say that?
They better work on that.
Remember Brianna's ballsy?
There was a couple, but you got to remember that, yes, people are going to say these things, so this is going to be the first things they hear about you, so they want you to remember it. So I feel it should be true, but also not like a put down of some sort.
Because bossy sounds like, what did they say? You're getting a loving boss is what they say.
There you go.
No man wants to hear that when he just met you and getting married.
There you go. We thought that he was bringing, he had mentioned that he brought another ring or something like that.
He had a backup ring. I'm like, oh, so maybe he do got a little coin.
Little coin.
Steve Jobless got some coins.
Steve Jobless.
It was a ring pop. I thought that was hilarious.
Which I thought was dope, and so did she, which I appreciate. I'm glad that she was down for the little.
I would have wanted both.
Yes, so I thought it was really cool. Once they got married, they did do a little. They smooched a little bit, right? Just a little something.
Yeah, they had a nice kiss.
Nice little kiss. They clearly like each other. Jazz said, "We see the spark now."
Yes.
I thought that was dope, and nobody looks upset or thrown off that he's unemployed.
She looked weird to me when. Okay, so what she did was she pulled a Henry. She did not stop eating, even though he was telling her some stuff that she was like, what?
She was munching.
She was like.
She was munching. But the bride should be munching at the wedding. if you plan on getting married, please make sure you eat. Don't have to be stuffing yourself. You don't even have to finish the whole plate.
Just make sure you eat it.
But I work a lot of weddings, so I'm like, yo, did you eat though? Did you eat? Because we about to be drinking. You know what I'm saying? Not me, but
I'm scared. At our wedding, what if I get hangry?
You
and
will.
People keep talking to me.
You
I'm
will.
Like,
you will. That's why I said, brides, y'all need to eat. Y'all need to eat. Make sure it happens.
Yes.
Cool.
Make sure I eat.
Yes.
And let's block it off so they can't come see me.
And if you work weddings, if you catering staff, DJ, whatever, make sure the bride eats. Like, I don't understand when the bride. We going on a whole nother tangent right now, but sometimes I be seeing like during cocktail hour, I be seeing like people messing with the hors d'oeuvres, and the bride is like done taking pictures, and people are just talking to her, and I'm like, yo, where's her little plate? Give her a plate. Some, especially during dinner time. But that's enough of the tangent. Back to Steve and Noi. Before we get into Steve Jobless, I did also enjoy, because my wedding experience, I really loved that she said her family's from Laos.
I think it's pronounced Laos.
Laos?
Yes.
Sounds right.
Yes.
And I guess they have a Laotian or Laotian. Is Laotian though, right? Anywho.
I don't know, babe.
Whatever tradition they have to wear.
Anybody from Laos before.
Oh, you might have and just didn't know.
I'm pretty sure.
They had the tradition of wearing the same color garb or something like that, so he just threw like a little sash on or something like that. But it was nice.
I love when people bring their cultural traditions into the wedding.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Same. So I thought that was really, really cool. But yeah, she's the question that everybody wanted to know. So what do you do? Did she answer that first?
I think she did say what she does, but which I can't remember.
All right, but he's like, yeah, I used to be in sales marketing and then I went on this really crazy road trip. She's like, oh wow, that's like really, really interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, while she was dogging her food, but at no point did he let her know what his real name was. Did he?
Yes, at the altar.
No, I'm saying his real name.
Oh, Steve Jobless?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Never answered the question. Never said, oh, I'm currently jobless.
Yeah, I never said that. Just kept.
I should. See, you know how I say I like the answer and then give me the explanation?
There you go.
That would have been the one. I'm currently in between jobs. However, I was doing this previously, and up until now, I've been traveling.
And I think she made the correct assumption. She said, like, oh, he's probably in between.
She said
we had a big layoff.
Figure it out.
Yeah, which I'm glad that she wasn't worried about that.
Freaking out.
Yes, and also I forgot you mentioned that we did have a good little chuckle at the altar when he was like, "Yeah, Steve Moy, what's your name?"
Everybody started laughing.
It's like, oh, it's horrible. It's horrible names. Anything else about Steve and Moy?
No, we like them so far.
Love Steve and Moy. I really think this is a good. I'm not going. We're not doing ratings still, because we did find out that they will be on the honeymoon.
I won.
She won.
By episode 5, we're gonna be on the honeymoon. I said it.
She found out.
You owe me.
But we'll see. What do I owe?
$1 million.
All right, cool.
Of kisses.
Oh, yes. I love that. Let's move on to our next. Oh, wrong couple. Let's move on to the next couple. Alyssa.
Is this really a couple?
And Krissa.
I think this is a nice guy and an asshole lady.
All right. Did you think he was more of an asshole before, or is everything? Because I think
he's never been an asshole.
All the attention was on Alyssa.
Like such a nice guy. He seems overly accommodating. He's Mr. What is it?
Mr. Monogamy, apparently.
Yeah, so he's the guy that they were saying that will date somebody for 6 months and it's not really what he wants, but he's too nice to break up with them.
I get it.
But I feel like she's really... I don't like Alyssa, y'all. I'm not feeling her. Her energy is off. The whole country thing, I don't know what that means.
I forgot that was her that said that.
The cowboy.
She don't even seem that country either.
Also, I want to see these other 10 dresses because the dress she chose looked really gorgeous.
I don't.
The dress looked nice. But I'm like, what was the other dresses?
Well, it was the best out of 10. That's all that matters. You don't need to see the rest. All right. About Alyssa, obviously she hoped that he was hot.
Everything
that was her thing.
She wanted before, like in the confessional, was all physical. I'm like, she about to be let down.
You said she approached the altar with the stank face?
Yeah. In the introduction, the officiant said, oh yeah, so her friends say that you'll be able to tell how she's feeling based on her face, and she's very blunt. And she wasn't really smiling. She just looked awkward and uncomfortable. She pulled her vows out of her side boob. I thought that was weird.
Where she gonna keep it at?
I don't know where you keep vows at.
Anywho, they did Chris though. I mean, Chris. They
Chris?
did. They Chrised. They did kiss.
You want to Chris?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
They did kiss, which I thought was cute and sweet. He said something like, "Oh, you want a horse or something like that?" Because she said she liked horses.
He said,
he might be buying our horse.
That's a good present.
It's a dope present.
And then what did he say he does? What is it? Frisbee golf or something?
Yeah, that was weird.
She was like, that's no.
But if you're making a lot of money in all this real estate business, then you might.
He said he's helping clients with $1 million deals. So
there we go.
That's why he said, you want a horse?
He got some free time on his hands, so he could frisbee golf all he want.
Yes.
You have Chris is asking the family about what she said about him. How does she feel about Chris to her family?
The mom said that she thinks that he likes her, and the friend
that he likes her.
No, vice versa.
Yeah, there we go.
She likes him.
There we go.
And the friend said, "Of course, you're amazing." I'm like, they gassing you, sir. They're gassing you. Did they show any point where she was talking to her friends since they got married?
I don't know about that. That's what I was saying. I was like, so where did they get that from? Also, something that I noticed that we talk about all the time. Let us know if y'all talk about this in the comments too. But first thing he did was, I think he complimented her bouquet, which is a weird compliment. Then he said something about.
I don't think that's a weird compliment.
First, well, again, could have been edited. Shout out to the producers, but we saw, beautiful bouquet. Then he said something about her. I don't know if it was her dress. Yeah. Was it a dress? Then she said, "Oh, did you see my shoes?" And then I'm like, all right, here's your chance to say something about her face or something like that. And he never said nothing to our knowledge. But when they cut to him later, "Oh, she's beautiful, she's beautiful, she's beautiful." And I'm like, I'm glad that you think she's attractive.
You're saying that from a male perspective, but from a female perspective, to me, if I just met you, okay, first of all, to get married, that's huge. But if I just met you, or if it's our first date, and you're like, "Oh, you're beautiful, that's uncomfortable from the woman's perspective.
You don't want to.
You can
say it one time.
But
he don't have to say it as much.
Elijah kept saying it. That's uncomfortable to me. I would be like, all right, because it sounds lusty when you say it more than once.
Lusty, okay.
So
all right.
Yes. Also, what happened? Oh, I thought it was weird that she went and spoke to all his friends or whatever, and they were like, "Oh yeah, if he sounds condescending or matter of fact, it's because he's like a teacher. Like, I guess he teaches real estate and stuff like that." So he said that he enjoys. We watched what was it at the after party? With Keisha Napoleon. Shout out to her. And he was saying that he just enjoys debate and learning different ideas and, why people think different ways. And it reminded me of Vince because he's annoying like that.
That's funny because I thought I was going to say something, but I was like, let me keep my mouth shut on this one. But I was like, it's funny that he enjoys debate because someone else.
I don't enjoy debate.
I know someone that enjoys debate. And sounds condescending all the time. Go ahead.
She was saying, I don't know how to deal with that behavior. And I'm like, they didn't present it as a negative thing. So I don't know why she took it as a negative thing.
It could be seen as a negative thing.
I think that she was looking for a reason not to like him. That's what she's doing. I've seen this.
Okay.
She's being Molly from the previous Boston season.
Okay.
Trying to find a reason not to like him.
I mean, if they say something negative up front, though, that's if you don't know how to feel about it, then you got to see it in action.
But they said he's a kind guy. They straight up said that. They didn't say, "Oh yeah, he's an asshole sometimes. He's condescending sometimes."
Right.
They just straight up said like it may seem that way, but that's not his intent.
All right. Anything else about Alyssa and Chris? Because we actually got something out of them this episode.
I thought she was warmer to his friends than she was to him.
Because she seen the cute friend.
And they said, what was your first impression? She said, kind vibe. I'm like, that's not a first impression.
It's a kind vibe.
I think she was attracted to his friend.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why she was talking to them.
No, that's not cool.
We got more out of her in that little few seconds than anything else. She ain't say nothing the whole time.
And then she was dramatic about it and like had him waiting. Like everybody's going to their hotel, had him waiting, and the producer's like, "Yo, you need to tell him what's going on because he has no clue." And she's like, "There were things that were said today that I just don't want to like. I just can't."
He's sitting there twiddling his thumbs like "What I do?"
He's like, "Well, I'm sorry if I did anything. Do you want to like talk? Do you want to discuss anything? Do you want to know anything about me?"
No.
Not right now. I'm like, this girl's gonna be annoying. She's gonna stress me out.
So that is Alyssa and Chris. We'll see more of them. Maybe they'll get a bigger picture at some point. Maybe we'll get a nicer shot of them. But let's move on to a couple that I would say stresses us out less, but Jazz is on edge, I feel like, for them. She doesn't know how it's gonna turn out. Katina and Olajuwon, because everybody was messing up his name this whole episode. Olajuwon.
I think, first of all, both of them don't know each other's names.
Yeah. Katrina and Elijah.
Katrina to her mom.
Yeah, and she said, "Oh, you know, Elijah and I, we just be." But they vibing though. They vibing so much they don't know each other's names.
Y'all know each other's names?
They vibing though. They vibing, which is good because we didn't think they was gonna vibe right off bat.
So I am on the fence about this couple now because I think that he seems like he wants to be super committed, which is what you want.
Right.
But she seems a little disconnected to me.
Well, we haven't seen much of her, so we don't know.
She just seems he seems more into it than she's into it. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay. Was it her idea to travel and have babies in 2 to 3 years?
They both want to do that. So they align with that.
And she's still down for that. She's let him know like they're on
the same page with that.
There you go.
Good.
It's beautiful and weird at the same time to me, but go ahead, do your thing. Is she disconnected because she can't cook? What is it?
I thought she wasn't a wife if she can't cook.
That's what he said in the first episode, I think.
Yeah. He said, "Is she a wife if she can't cook?" I'm like, that's hella disrespectful, but okay.
Right. What did his groomsmen make a face about?
He said, she said, "What are some things that I need to, like, are there any things that I need to, like, look out for him?" And both of them said, anytime I ask your friend something and they both go like this and pause, I know it's something up. They said, "Oh yeah, sometimes you need to tell him something 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 8, 10 times, which no woman wants to do, and you need to have patience." And I'm like, I feel like every woman on the planet has to have patience with their husband.
Yeah, just like every man has to have patience with their woman.
Yeah, but nobody. I'm scared of what that means.
Okay.
I'm scared of what that means because so let's compare it to what Chris's friends told Alyssa.
What did they tell her?
They still framed it as a positive thing. He likes to learn.
Yeah, okay.
But
they gave her an explanation.
Said,
they were just like, "Yeah, he weird, bro. I don't know."
Sometimes you gotta explain things a bunch of times. You gotta have patience. There's nothing positive in that. There's no framing in this mouth wipe.
You have to have patience.
No. I can't wait to see what kind of foolishness.
He also, since she giving, I'm saying I'm about to out myself right now. He also came out and said that he has ADHD to her or her mom.
Her mom.
To her mom.
And she's like, "You on meds?"
Yeah, which I thought was
I
interesting.
don't think her mom was impressed with him at all.
No, definitely not. She don't seem the type to be impressed by stuff or people really anyway.
That's Katina. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm saying.
And that's why
she's
you might.
Very straight-faced.
That's why you might feel that she's disconnected. But I did think it was brave of him to say that to her mom, and just another added reason why you eventually need patience. Because then he went on to a whole parents were asking the favorite question of the evening.
What is your intention with my daughter? I think that's a dumb question.
Why? Why is it a dumb question?
That's what you ask when your kid brings home somebody like. They already married. What do you mean? What is their intention? Their intention is to be married and stay married.
So we married already. So I figure,
what?
Get the draws. I don't know. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. So Olajuwon was having this conversation with his boys, like, yeah, if she wanted, like talking about having sex, consummating the marriage. He said, "I do whatever she wants. She want to do some crazy stuff and flip it from the back." I'm like, first of all, when your wife watches that back, it's going to be hell to pay. It's inappropriate. You just met her. It's inappropriate. I don't believe that, all right, it's one thing, married at first sight, they do say, "Oh, have you consummated your marriage?" Yeah. I'm okay with them being like, "Oh, yeah, we had sex already." And that's public knowledge, right? But I don't think that you should be he's discussing his wife as a lusty object.
I hear you.
It reminded me of the conversation that Chris had with his dad and his boy when he was like, "Oh yeah, she got the, with about Paige. She had the booty."
Oh, okay. I was like, well, she had.
But I'm just saying that's a lusty conversation. Yeah. I don't think that's appropriate. I wouldn't appreciate if you spoke to your friends about me in that way. Yeah. And you know me. Mm-hmm. So for somebody that don't know, you just met her, that's really inappropriate in my opinion. So again, I don't like him.
Another reason for Jasmine to not mess with Olajuwon. Anything else about Olajuwon, Katina, or her mom or family?
I wrote, oh, he did a strip tease.
Oh, that was wild.
Shawnee style.
That was
not Shawnee style. He had his shirt up and everything.
That was wild. He showed us a lot. Yeah. That was wild.
That's uncomfortable.
Her mom was not feeling that either. Like she was
mom
just
was like, I don't know about him.
Unless she enjoyed it and she's just really good at not showing emotion, so that's also possible.
Think so. I'm sure the wife would have enjoyed that. But
yeah, she was messing with it. Not last. We got one more after them. Lindsay and Mark the Shark, who we've seen get married already. She seemed a little bit more sober the more the wedding went on.
Still drinking though.
Yeah, which is it's funny though because she was like up there like chatting with his friends and stuff. Well, she had a lot of female friends also. Thought that was cool.
I can see that. He seems like the type of guy that would.
MTS baby, MTS. I got to give Mark his props because he realized that she could be a lot to handle. And they did something that I'm always a fan of when they start to try to figure out why they were matched. So she mentioned that she had been burned before and might have a hard shell or something like that, which is how I describe you a lot. But he seems, you said that he seems to want to pull it out, which I thought was...
So what he said something like, she seems like she's been burned, but he said, I see the energetic side of her, but I want to see the loving, softer side.
Right.
And he was saying that he's willing to be consistent in order, she was saying that she has to trust somebody to bring that out.
Absolutely.
And I said, he seems willing to want to pull that out of her.
The shark. All right,
Mark.
Pull that out of her.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Mark. Yo, I'm just using what you said. You wrote that. I was like, am I reading that right? Pull it out. Pull it out. Yeah, Mark is really growing on all of us. I feel like Mark is again. I want to remind everybody. I'm gonna say this multiple times. Pastor Cal, or did he say it about Steve? Now I'm forgetting.
What?
I'm pretty sure he said that it might have been about Steve. Now that I think about it. Damn. So I should have used that earlier. But I think he said Pastor Cal was like, this is who the show is for.
It was for Steve.
It was for Steve. So yes. But it's for Mark too. That's why he came back. Anywho, moving along. He asked her father what he needed to know about her.
Yeah.
What'd he say? What do you have to say about that?
Don't become her enemy. I thought that was funny. I'm like, so she'll burn your shit.
Scary foreshadowing.
Yeah. But also he asked the dad, for what is it called?
His blessing or something?
Yeah, for his blessing. He said you have it, obviously. And I thought we knew that Mark has his family is kind of
his mom and his
grandma are in a rehab facility, and he said he didn't have his dad. So I saw the hug between Lindsay's dad and Mark. You could tell you know how when I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes when you get emotional,
he felt like he was home.
Your inner child comes out.
Yeah.
And that person hugs you.
It's the right
it was like
warm
Pedro
embrace.
When Miss Karen hugged him in DR.
Okay, sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Whatever. Vince don't be no.
I was saying he felt like he was home. He belonged.
Yeah, I could tell that he was excited about having that family.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I need more family myself. I'm looking forward to bonding with your family more. I think that's all I had about them. Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
Let's move on to the very, very last couple, the Black Love, baby. Even though it seems like Olajuwon and Katina might be more of the Black Love this season, but we will see. Michael and Jasmine. And just because it just popped into my head right now, shout out to whoever introduced Alyssa. No, not Alyssa. Katina and Elijah, because whoever introduced Michael and Jasmine, I'm talking about the wedding MC now because that's what I do. It was trash, man. It was trash. So, Married at First Sight producers. What's our girl's name? Crystal? Crystal. If you need an MC for any of these weddings to make them pop, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Anywho, Michael apparently gets up at 4 a.m. every single morning. Or is he in the gym by 4 a.m.? Or is he up?
I think he gets up at 4.
Gets up at 4.
Come home to like 7:30.
How do you feel about that as his brand new wife,
That's
Jasmine?
That's a problem.
Right. She made it look like it was a problem, like, immediately, too. She was like...
Obviously, it's a problem.
So every day? Oh, just Monday through Friday. Bro.
That's a lot.
What? That's every day, bro.
You basically don't have time for a relationship. And especially starting this process, you only have a few weeks to get to know each other. So if you don't, your schedule does not permit for you to have added time to spend with them outside of work, you're not going to get to know them.
Agreed.
We seen it happen.
Agreed.
I didn't love that.
Didn't love it either. I don't have nothing else to say about them. You said her mom, his sisters
gave
nice.
her a breast cancer awareness pin.
Yeah?
Yeah. To in honor of Michael's mom. I thought that was sweet.
It's very sweet.
His sisters seem really cool, and I feel like they're going to be very helpful as far as... Because I know Michael got some BS with him. And I hope that Jasmine will connect with them to be like, yo, your brother doing this. So can we, hone it in?
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's all I got. You want to do some ratings?
We have no ratings to do yet because...
No, we can't do ratings today.
Well, you want to try to do a quick one?
Have to rate.
I was going to say, I thought we was going to wait till the honeymoon, you know what I'm saying? So just so you know, folks, every episode, once the couples are officially married and are able to spend time and interact with each other, we do ratings. And these ratings are individual ratings. Everybody can do their own rating. But the rating is for the couple as a whole. We don't rate them person by person because that would...
Because people be trash.
That would be a lot. And there'd be trash people, so it could be a little bit unbalanced. But the couple as a whole, this is the strength and the healthiness of their relationship. Again, the level is on a rating scale of 1 to 10, but nobody ever gets a 10. Why, Jasmine?
Because they got to stay married for that.
Nobody gets a 10 until decision day in Jasmine's book. That's how it works, y'all. That's how it works on our channel. All right. So if you would like to participate in the ratings every single week, all you gotta do is in your comment just drop, "Hey, I rate this couple this much," or if you want to drop some ratings down, please feel free. But I'm not gonna rate nobody.
You're not
yet.
ready to rate.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
I'm not ready yet. They just got married. I gotta,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta. But we'll have some ratings for you in episode 5 when they actually
Which
marry.
is what I said.
Yes, we'll see. But yeah, please, if you enjoyed anything about this episode or you feel like we missed something or you just want to talk about something, please drop that in the comments. Always make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Come on, that's what we do on this channel here. That's what we do. Now, I am so excited to be bringing y'all our very first travel video very, very soon because, as we said, we're back from Mexico for Jasmine's B-Day trip. Thank you to all the chicks that was on the trip. Represent girls trip. Even though I was there too.
Girls trip plus Vince.
Hey, that's the best.
Cameraman.
It's the best kind of trips. That's what I was there for. I was there for the camera. All right. Anything else to our wonderful, wonderful friends on YouTube, Jazzy?
No. Have a great week.
Yes. And very happy to bring you this episode. And obviously we're home now, so we'll probably be watching the most recent episode and be back to you every single Thursday right here on YouTube. Make sure you're Instagramming and subscribing and tweeting us live. But I think that's a brand new episode of The Jasmine Show. Peace. Y'all, come on.
Jasmine and Vince.
The Jasmine Show.